Sup? I got my days wrong. I don't know why I thought today was January 9th. Son of a B. I thought today was January 9th. It's the 8th, so the whole day I'm like, here we go, here we go, here we go. Nothing. Nothing. So then tomorrow, I don't know why I'm so dense. Tomorrow we will have gin. And I am fully prepared to skip him, I guess, as you can tell in the title. But that whole skipping him thing isn't going to be a, oh no, let me go ahead and get this up out y'all. It's not going to be an, oh no, like I'm just not going after him in that, how do I put it? I'm not going after him in any kind of like significant, strong way. I burned half of my regular jade, I burned all of my regular jade, none of my premium jade, which is the 3500. I burned 3,200. Let's pretend like I speak English. It's better when I do this in the morning. I burned 3,200 jade. I burned these 750 advanced ticket stubs here to get some of those, and that's about it. Everything else that I will get to do Jin's event or everything I do to pull for Jin is just going to come naturally from whatever free to play sources. If I don't get him within this, 40 something tickets, 37, however many tickets I have to pull for him now, 37 tickets, right? If I don't get him in this, and they give us a few tickets along the way, I'll use those. But other than that, I'm not tripping. Part of me, and I really wish I knew, and something tells me they're not saying it, and not in any kind of sinister way. Like if Kenpachi came after Jin, then I would totally not pull for Jin at all in any way, shape, or form. Not gonna happen. I would wait. I don't think he's coming out for a very long time. They have him prominently on all the friggin' I don't want to say advertising, but all the friggin' not illustrations, whatever stuff, art, on all the art. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. They have him prominently on all the art, but we haven't seen him yet outside of like challenging him in a few game modes. So I don't think he's far off, but I don't think he's soon either. So I don't know. I'm waiting. I would love to know if we're getting Jin and Rangiku now. I would absolutely love to know who is after Jin. I would love to know. Sup, Mr. West? I would love to know who's after Jin. And not just like leaked stuff, because we saw how that worked out last time. But like I would love to know who the character is after Jin. And funnily enough, in their Discord, they made an announcement for Jin. Or not Jin, for Aizen. Have they? Well, no, they did release something for Jin too, right? I think I remember seeing that. And in fact, I should probably check the notifications to see where it was. I was looking for it the other day and I have no idea where that was. But I saw where they put in one of the notifications, I was half asleep, either falling asleep or waking up. I can't remember which. And I saw something for it and now I've completely forgotten where that is. So I need to go find that. Prontito. But outside of that, I'm not, I mean, I could read it up and figure out, but I don't know. A thrust damage dealer who's going to be a very, very, very good damage dealer. I'm already done with Trial Tower. By the time, I guess the next set of Trial Tower comes out, I'll be hopefully level 100 with my characters. And then at that point, I'll just be like fixing set stamps and trying to level them up in certain other ways to make them more powerful. So I think my account is in a good way. And now I say all of this, and then it turns out that Jin is the god, and Aizen was just, an appetizer to the main event, which does not sound like it's going to happen. And then I regret it. But I'm willing to take that risk. To turn Aizen into a DPS, it was well worth it. So I just have to accept the decision that I made. But I really thought that I would be pulling for Jin today. I don't know how I missed a whole damn day, but it's okay. That's fine. My fault. That's on me. That is 100% on me. Yeah. And actually, one thing that I did that I'm not exactly happy with myself, but it's one of those. I don't know if I should do it this way or not. I've leveled up Aizen, I've leveled up Kisuke. Those are like my two focused characters. They're the ones who are gonna get everything I can do. And I leveled up their weapons. I haven't finished leveling up Kisuke's weapon yet. I'll do that now. And then after that, I've taken all the characters to level 9. And then I think I'll work on their skills next. Then followed by, where are you going? Then followed by their set stamps. And I only do that for a select few. So for example, Ikaku is not on that list. Byakuya is removed from that list now that Aizen exists. Unless I need it for Trial Tower. Do you still play DC on the side? I literally yesterday was my first day not checking in on that game. And I just could not be bothered. I've been like doing some of the dailies. I have not even like. Do you have any idea like what are their next characters that they're bringing out? I'm guessing Firestorm. Why is this not? Why are you not going to? I guess Firestorm is the one who's out right now. I tried to pull for Killer Frost, didn't get her, and was not gonna spend any money. And I don't think I had any resources really to buy her. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I just haven't. Have you? Are you still playing, Wes? Yeah, Firestorm is now okay. I don't think I have a single encrypted token to pull him with. And he came out today, I assume, right? I think Killer Frost event ended today, and then Firestorm came out today. I got General Zod, and it took me literally like 2 weeks before I even looked at the gear and set him up, and I added it, and I don't even. I think I put him in 1 speed set, 2 strength, and I can't even give you a justification of why I did that. Just so out on that whole thing, on that whole experience. Um, I think I will reserve until I see what's next, like who the next characters are, before I officially say like I'm out on it 100%. But as it stands right now, it's an actual fight for me to go be like I want to play that game right now. The main story I'm working on, I would let it run in the side while I'm playing PlayStation. But I mean, what is that? I put it on the side, let it beat like a chapter by itself, and then when it gets stuck, I'm like, all right, I'm done with that, and then I move on. Which sucks, but it is what it is. It absolutely is what it is. And then Theo just told me in my chat that there's another game that he thinks I would be interested in. He is, but that's what I heard about General Zod. I heard General Zod was OP and that you gotta go, General Zod. I never know any of this stuff. Oh, that actually worked. That's the same thing I heard about General Zod. He's OP. He's OP. I have not read any bit of this story, so we're just guessing. He's OP. He's OP. And I went, and it wasn't. It sounds stupid. I didn't even like care to find out. He's OP, but and I not know. I mean, if having fun, he's OP, but for what? What are you doing with him? That's kind of the stance I have right now. He's OP, cool. What content does it matter that he's OP? But yeah, you should be here, right? Nah, that's my main issue. Content is toilet paper soft. Sure, none of this works. It's toilet paper soft, so I finished it all except for main story. And main story, there's not going to be a character that's going to carry you through it all the way. Jeez, none of it. Oh well, maybe the character who's facing the other direction. Like the main story, sure, but then they're still never going to give you a character that'll carry you through the main story in that way. And then on top of all of that, once you're done with main story, you have their busted ass arena, and then their busted ass elite arena. So elite arena or arena, either I'm getting teams that are like 1 million, 2 million, or 10, 11, 12 million. And my team power is like 7.7. There's nothing in my range. So I'm either stomping a mud hole in whoever I'm getting, or I don't stand a chance. Really? Wait, what is it? The cat? Why would the cat? What is he doing? So yeah, it is. Echo, echo qua. I guess a person who's facing backwards. You're already there. You're weird. So let's go with the cat. Boom, Yachiro, and then we can go ahead and plop you guys in here. All right, cool. So now that's done. It's sad. I think it's still sad and frustrating and infuriating. Jordan was the first one to say it. He was the first one to call it out and say, like, check out their revenue. And he was 100% correct. And he dipped early in the game because he was, I'm not to put his business in the street, but he put a good bit of money in that game. He put a good bit of money in that game. And he was like, that doesn't make sense. And you treat it like an investor, which I do too. You put money into the game because you think it's going to be long lasting, viable, and then this can be your entertainment thing. And it's a collector game like this one is, and so you collect, and hopefully use it against whatever content. If you can already see where the game is going to suck, suffer, or be bad and out, then why would you spend money on characters that are going to, why would you spend money on a game that you don't think is going to be good or survive? That they're showing you that they're phoning it in and not trying. So anyway, it is what it is. Fun while it lasted, I guess. Helped get my channel up and stuff. It was nice meeting people who play it. What's up? Early stream. Late stream for me, Arise, actually, because I am 6 hours past when I would usually start. It is lunchtime. I'm going to get interrupted. I'm at home, and I'm going to get interrupted by, I guess, Vervalton. What is that? Apartment management? To check my balcony in like 2 hours. But yeah, I'm actually late. I guess early for you. I kind of want to do this. And I have no one in my guild, no matter how much I advertise it. Because I think I'm just on a terrible, terrible server where nobody who watches me is actually able to join my guild. Yeah. Well, I'm guessing early for you because I assume that you went to sleep and have woken up now. Oh, boy. Hey. One attempt. Daily. I'm trying to get. I can't. Wait, what? I didn't clear 4-3. Lies you tell. What? I thought I cleared 4-3. Did I only get... No. We're going to do this now then, I guess. Why are you in here? Don't do that. We'll put you in. Okay. But, Arise, I was saying just how, like, stupid I felt because the whole day yesterday, knowing damn well yesterday was like January 7th, and looking at this game as much as I do, and seeing them put on the timers like, there's 2 days left, there's 2 days left, I thought today was January 9th. And I was like, oh, it's January 9th. So I get to pull for Jen today. Why, it's not Jen. You forgot a number between 7 and 9, which is 8. So, another day. What's up, Hakeem? Can finally watch a stream. So are you just waking up? Just like Araz was saying? Anyway, I thought I was going to pull for Jen today, and it turns out, like, no, I'm just bad at keeping track of time. Hooray. And then tomorrow, it won't be in the morning, right? They're going to do the maintenance. I think last time they did a maintenance while I was sleeping, which was fantastic because everything was fixed by the time I got back. When they did that whole 1 week extension thing and everything. I think tomorrow, 1.3 million. Get some. So you're only doing 10.6 and I need to have, what, 40 something? Nah, bro. Tomorrow, I think that they are going to do it during what would be morning time for me, but also when it stops, which I think is like noon my time, then I won't be home, and I still won't have been home. I won't get back home until like 4 p.m. So maybe if I'm not burned out, I'll do a quick stream and then pull for him, but we'll have to see. Quick deploy, and let's see if there's. I don't think I have enough to level up any of those. Have you seen they have been banning players? Yeah, I heard about that. Someone brought that up. 3,000 keys. I heard they said they did a lot. 3,000. Damn. I didn't do it. I'm not. I didn't do anything. No, I'm going to pull for Jin. I'm just not going to chase him the way I did for Aizen or Toshihiro or Bankai. I opened my wallet to get Aizen up to B4, more so than I ever have for this game. I would love to say for any other game, but and so now what I did was when I bought those packs and everything, I had about like just 3,200 regular common Jade. I used that to get 20 tickets. I had 750 whatchamacallums, advanced ticket stubs. I used that to get another 15 tickets. And so now, while I'm sitting here discussing this stuff with you, so now I have about 37. I'm gonna pull these 37. His B4 is amazing. I'm gonna pull these 37, and then whatever, if I feel it, I don't know. But then whatever tickets you get along the way, I'm going to make a decision in that moment as to whether or not I want to continue. What I might do is 37. I might do, I guess 4 more just so I top off my gacha counter to be even. By the time I do this, it'll be 43. So 13, 43. Maybe I'll pull another 7 to get that up to like a round number 50, and then not. I don't know. But it's one of those, I'm not chasing, I'm not opening my wallet. I open my wallet way too much for Aizen, and so my gaming budget has been blown to hell and back. Do you do an intro for this game? Not yet. I haven't done one yet. I've been thinking on it. And the problem is I'm terrified of the copyright stuff that they're coming through with for the game. Let me go back and just do something. But I've been trying to think of like and here's the thing, maybe I'll do that if it's in maintenance tomorrow. Maybe I'll make an intro for Bleach tomorrow and then have that, because I want to do one, but I don't know with the Batman, with the Superman intros that I did. It was very, very clear. I know those movies so much better than I know Bleach, so I knew exactly right where I was going to go with it. With Bleach, I have no idea. Oh, by the way, so co-op, I got this claim. With Bleach, I have no idea. If you're not familiar with the channel or familiar with me, and if Bleach is the first game you've watched me do, or if you've only seen me on streaming, for my YouTube, I usually do like a very specific to the game intro, right? And I love when I do my intros because it make me feel good. I did one for Kaiju number 8. I did one for Batman and Superman for DC Worlds Collide, and I did one for Raid Shadow Legends that just got disappeared. I did one of my favorites was Marvel Strike Force. I did one for Marvel Strike Force that had the speech from Aunt May in Spider-Man 2, Everyone Needs a Hero. I love that intro that I did. I love the Batman intro that I did. I did 2 Batman intros. I love the Superman intro that I did. Kaiju number 8 is boss. I love that intro. And now I got to think of a good one for Bleach. So what's up, Shogun? Just one copy of it. That's what I mean. And that's the other part of it too. If I do pull for him and I get a copy, I'm good. And then I'll just stop immediately. If I pull these, let's say 45 tickets, right? If I pull these 45 tickets and I don't get them, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm gonna be like, hey, I screwed this up last time. I'll be like, hey, this is a decision that I made. This is what I'm rocking with. It is what it is, and then I'll move on. I'm not gonna be upset if I don't get them because I had the resources to get them, or I would have had in terms of like the monetary budget that I set out for every month, I would have had enough to get him. I already had Eisen. I got 4 more copies. So 4 more copies of Eisen means I could have got 1 of Jin. So yeah, but I'll just, if I get him in that, cool, happy, what's up? If I don't, I made my decision. I'm gonna live with it and not complain. And I'm very, 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 very happy with the decision. However, it is also I got bit in the buttocks a little bit, because by doing that, it basically made the rest of my like need to build these characters like unimportant. It's not important for me to build these characters right now for these levels. I will do it. I'll do my Yadoichi. I'll do my Kaname, but it's not really necessary until they add more floors to the trial tower. So I'll just rock with that. Here I'm using what now? Which one am I chasing? I'm chasing this one, but who is that for? That's Inner Beast, right? Inner Fang or Inner Beast 2 or something like that. And I was chasing that for Kaname. Tosin. Sorry, I'll say Tosin since folks hate the way I say his first name. All right. Always good to see you around, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. And actually, maybe, because it wouldn't be a copyright strike, maybe I could even show. Why not? Why not? Since the DC Worlds Collide intros are probably about to be retired, and the Kaiju number 8, when I go back to that game and do it again, because I do want to go back to it. It was fun. Those were fun. I don't even know where they are. Final Cut. Resources. There we go. The Kaiju number 8 was bosses. I do love the Kaiju number 8. I do. Kaiju number 8 was a good intro. Oh, fanculo. I got so. Oh, those are a lot of curse words. I'm sorry. What's up, Theonidas? I sent you a message on Discord, homie. And I know I'm terrible on Discord. I'm terrible on all messaging platforms. I saw a woman talking about that in terms of like how she doesn't reply to messages and it has nothing to do with the people. It's just something wrong with her. And it's very clear that she's neurodivergent and like, do the research and hopefully she'll, get past those things and those insecurities. I am also neurodivergent, and one of my problems is I am either messaging too much or not at all. There's not a middle ground, and there's not a daily check. And I do need to get better than that. Maybe that's a New Year's resolution, to get better at maintaining my YouTube, Twitch, all that other stuff. Because not from a monetary perspective, it's just fun. I like it. I enjoy it. So if I like it so much, why don't I show it more, right? Let's see. Are you visitable or not visitable? I think you visitable. Uh-oh. All right, so let's go ahead and retry this real quick. Let me go ahead and put the audio into this thing. That shocked the hell out of me, dog. Anyway. Okay, cool. I'll check it out when I'm off the stream. I will say this though too, and I can't remember who said it. So I had someone say Expedition 33. So what I'm doing now is Bleach. I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy at the moment, which I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I think I've said this before. Like, I'm comparing it to Red Dead Redemption in the sense of like, man, I just be chilling in that game. There's a couple fights here and there or whatever, but I'm mostly like running around Hogsmeade trying to get the seeds I need to go grow this plant. I'm trying to get the ingredients to make this potion. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's been really, really relaxing to just chill and just be like, I'm gonna make a potion right now. So I'm enjoying that when I'm done with Hogwarts Legacy. PlayStation 5 is getting hooked up to the computadora, and we are going to go ahead and run Expedition 33 as I'm playing it, and someone wanted me to react to the stuff that happens and say it's a really good game, and all the ratings are good for it. The reviews are all good for it, so that will be on the menu. Maybe that's the problem. Should I put this up? Let me mute this real quick because we're going to have some noise come through real solid. Let's let's see. If I play, well, it looks like if I play it, it won't show up. Nah, it ain't showing up, dog. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we? What are we? Let's go back to Bleach. Let's see. And if it seems like, okay, this might be okay. This is, I mean, it is what it is. All right, return. I do get to do some farming. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's there because it's not going to show what I need it to show. Driving me crazy. Let's go back. Let's see. I need, but yeah, so everyone that I want in terms of SSRs are about to be up to level 90. Byakuya is the last one. Sorry, SSRs, I'm leaving y'all behind for now until some new information says that I should change it. I'm going to go to Patrol World and raid a good bit of this. Return back. And that gets me up to 2 levels. I always do that wrong. Let's just, whatever, dog. Come on, just, let's go. Probably still not enough. Oh, we maxed it. Cool. So now Byakuya is level 90. All my SSRs are level 90. As it stands right now, the weapon for Aizen, I just took up to 90 today. He was working Trial Towers with a level 80 weapon, level 90 himself. Level 86 for Kitsuke. We'll upgrade that as well. Albeit, he's not really there for damage, but might as well give him some shine. You guys are going to hate me doing this, but I do this every day. Oh, I'm out of Jade. No. I'll do another hundo for that. Raid. I think one more will be okay. All right. Nope, won't be okay. Every time. Every time I'm wrong. All right, raid one more. Let's see. Okay. I need to change the interface of, all right, so that's level 90 there. Other weapons, in terms of like, I was about to say something that might be absolutely wrong. I was thinking about ignoring the weapons for the other characters and then going through and working on skills, which level 8 is okay for me with the skills, and then there's stamps as much as possible. The stamps actually need to be worked on for Kitsuke, seeing as how he is one of my like priority characters. The skills for Aizen can be checked on, but we're in a good way here. So, yeah, 33 is going to be an experience. I can't wait. I've heard, like, I tried not to get any information on games. Like, so I had no idea what Final Fantasy 15 was going to be, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun, and it was very chill. It took me back to college days, actually. Cool. Hogwarts Legacy, I just need to know what this about. All right, good. And that's it. Expedition 33, I have no clue whatsoever. The one article that I read the headline for was that Expedition 33 is what happens if Final Fantasy doesn't pull punches. Which, that makes it sound like Lord of the Rings, but Game of Thrones style, where it's like, no. I know you guys want the Return of the King, but we're going to put an axe through his dome. What happens next? So, like, that is what I'm, I guess, looking forward to. Will this change things? Let's put you back. So, now I will do Kitsuke and his set stamps, I believe. At the moment, attack seems to be... And here's the issue that I do have with Kitsuke. I'm not 100% sure how I want to go about this. Because he is there as support, I'm really there using him for his boost, his ratio analysis, where he boosts up the attack of other characters, right? That's what he's there for. Oh, finally it runs. Okay. Maybe I can show this to you guys real fast. This could be fun. All right, so for those of you who don't know how I get down, have you ever watched Have I ever watched Firestorm? What's Firestorm? Did anyone go up a few rankings after people got banned? I haven't checked. I should check. How much crit damage does your Kitsuke have? So Kitsuke right now has 28.6. Well, let me go for the total. And this is where I got distracted by the thing, the Kaiju number 8 thing I'm about to put up. So Kitsuke, his crit rate is 20, but his crit damage is 118, right? Now on his set stamps over here, and this is where I got caught up, and having to think about it, and then completely forgetting to think about it. Oops. His crit rate, I have one here for crit rate. That would boost his crit rate by 18.8. I leveled that up. I haven't done it with this one. And this has like literally no crit rate on it. So yeah, he crits at a 20% clip, and this is where we're getting into the minutia. One in every 5 times he's gonna crit for 100. Firestorm is another. There's another one I'm supposed to be watching now. It begins with a G, GA something or another. And I'm rewatching Death Note with my lady, so it's gonna have to be. All right, hold on, because we got Blood the movie, which I said I would give another shot. Firestorm. There's Gungrave, Record of Lotus War. Somebody brought that back up. X, Hunter X, Noble C. Noblesse, and then another one that begins with a G that's already on my watch list for on Crunchyroll. So we'll see. But yeah, on my list now. I trust. Yeah, you just need a nice middle crit damage piece. Kitsuke doesn't need crit rate. He only needs crit damage. I need a clarification as Death Note is amazing. I need clarification on why you say only crit damage and not crit rate. The reason why I would argue that slightly on my side is that he is not on the field long enough for the crit damage to matter. So try to crit as much as possible while you're out there. Now the same argument could be made for characters that are out there for a very long time, but it's kind of like for the 5 hits he does, 1 crit, you know what I'm saying? And when 1 does crit, okay, cool, but wouldn't it be better to have crit happen more often but slightly less crit damage? That's my question. So yeah. Super Cube. Y'all gonna have me doing nothing but watching TV. Super Cube. Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can play this one intro. I don't know if the volume is gonna be incredibly loud or not. No, did it stay the same size? Nah, it didn't. So, let's do this. I did love the Kaiju number 8 open. It is so fun. All right, so we'll transition just one time. And we'll take it off. I don't know if that volume is going to murder people's ears. Nope, not that loud. Okay, so we can boost it up a little bit. All right, so let's see if y'all rocking with the kid on his Kaiju number 8 open. I can't wait to get that back through, that going again. I can't wait. I don't know why I'm making those kind of statements. It's fun. It was a fun game though. Really good game. And so I need to figure out what intro I'm gonna do for Bleach. That's the intro I need to do for Bleach. But I was so happy when I made this one. It made me feel good. All right, so the higher his crit damage, the higher damage you get on your DPS. How much crit damage your DPS gets is based on his crit damage if you look at his kit. All right, perfect. That's exactly what I need to know. Okay, thank you. Remember, he's your support too, bro, so he needs a lot of crit damage. A lot more. Okay, hold up. All right, so let me go back. Ultimate damage. Nope. Is it within his passive or is it on some other ability? Kisuke's ultimate increases team crit damage by 40% plus 40% of his own crit damage. So his ultimate. Yeah, well, I'm I'm higher than. Okay, that works. So Urahara fires a spiritual bullet, dealing damage equal to blah 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 of attack. The team's crit damage then increases by, this is after he does his ultimate goal, by a fixed, well, 40% when I get that leveled up, of Urahara's crit damage for 25 seconds. Bet. That just made the decision for me. Bet. Good shout, my guy. All right, so then we will keep this crit damage piece on him. I wish there was a better one. I'm gonna double check one more time. I'm getting greedy now because I got a few crit damage pieces for this. Is not Kitsuke. I'm getting a little bit greedy now, so let's fall back just a smidge. There's another crit damage. Okay, so we got a crit damage with crit rate and crit damage. Feels like that's the better one compared to this one, which has ultimate charge rate attack. Like, his ultimate is fantastic and you need to use it, but I like this one a little bit more because, like you said, the more crit damage, the better. Yeah, this is crit rate, crit damage. Oh, there's a crit damage. And everything else is flat. There's attack. It'd be nice to have like a crit damage with an ultimate rate. Crit damage, alignment damage. No, this is all, but this is attack on it. This alignment damage is the only thing I don't want. Oh, that's the only thing I don't want. Hey, what's up? I don't know. I'm 8901. I'm trying to read your name right now. Tomadian. I guess I'll call you Madian. Call you Toto. I don't know. Mad Toe, which would be reared. Madian. We'll go with Madian. I usually just grab the end of a name if I can't pronounce it. I apologize for probably murdering your name. I sincerely apologize. All right. So defense. We got crit damage, defense, and attack. And then alignment damage bonus. Okay, it is what it is, whatever. And then the other one was like crit damage. Well, you know what? First of all, this is going to is it? Crit damage and ultimate charge rate. Attack is flat. All right, so this is already going to beat this one out. Okay, cool. The one that's in is gone. Then that other one that I had, that's the one I'll do the comparison to. Yeah, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage. Toshihiro, Aizen, and others, what team is good to peak? Okay, so for me, Aizen, it depends on how far you are in your account. Aizen is awesome to have. Toshihiro, also awesome damage dealer. They work so good together. So that's good. Work on those two. And if you want, like, if you're trying to go at Spirit Tower, for example, then and you don't have a deep roster, put Momo as the next priority to help you get through Spirit Tower. However, if you do happen to have Kitsuke, he works better in Spirit Tower with Aizen and Toshihiro than does Momo because of his SR. And we're doing that right now with him. And I didn't even realize the crit damage part of it, increasing crit damage for all characters after he does his ultimate. But also he does, once you have his weapon stamp, before his weapon stamp, he increases the attack of everyone by 30%. With ratio analysis, it's 30%. And then with his ticket, with his weapon stamp, it goes up to 60%. Who's gonna come next after Aizen this up? Everything says, or everyone says Jin. Everyone says Jin. So, well, Hakeem, you say that, but you got to remember your Aizen is B6. I had Aizen and Toshihiro and was not able to clear Spirit Tower until I put Kitsuke in the mix. Yeah, I don't know if it's the weakest one, but it is the one that has like the most characters you can throw at it. To be fair to that point, it is the one I completed first. So now for that Spirit Tower thing, outside of that, if I'm giving you a ranking, Aizen first, Kisuke second. Toshihiro and Bankai Ichigo are tied for third. I would put Yadawichi under that. If you don't have, well, you do have Aizen. If you don't have Kitsuke, then I would put Byakuya over Toshihiro. Kaname is really, 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 really good. However, he just doesn't have a strong team around him at the moment. That would be like kind of a ranking I would go with. I'm so excited for a Hollow Ichigo. Bruh, okay, you said that. I cleared it before I maxed Aizen. Maxed, but what was he at though? What was he at before you maxed him? Okay, fine, but was he B4? Was he B2? What was he at? Come on now. Come on now. Hollow Ichigo. I don't think you're gonna get. Oh, you mean the Bankai that we have now? I think that's what you're referring to. Hold on, let me figure this out really fast. Do I want? Since we already said that crit damage is more important than crit rate because of what he does for crit damage, in my head the argument would be that attack is more important to him than crit rate. Am I crazy in that assumption? He increases attack by 30%. He's not on the field that much, but he could. He was Berserk. Bruh, no. No, because I had him there too. Come on, man. Come on. Just one weapon stamp and one core stamp. I'm going to have to try to run that. What level are you? Was he level 100, 90, 80? What level was he at? Truth be told, this is going to sound so smart money might be on me leveling this up. This one that I do like. Because I just hate the flat stat thing. I'd rather have a % defense than a flat attack. That's the thing. Everything here is useful except for alignment damage bonus. Because he does not put out any kind of debuff. And everything is useful here except for this attack. Damn. Let's see. Can I enhance them at all right now? I don't have enough to do it. Let's see. Enhance. Ascend. Sure. Where we at? Uh-oh. The one thing I didn't want to land on. You think ultimate charge rate and crit damage for Kitsuke? But if I see crit damage there, that seems like it makes more sense. You son of a bee, man. Oh. Because I did have, this crit damage, and I had ultimate charge rate, but I hadn't enhanced it yet to see if that would go up. I did it for this one, and I'm upset with that now. And this has defense, HP, but flat attack. Man, damn the flat attack. Crit damage, flat attack though, but crit rate. So then I have a chance for this to land an ultimate charge rate, but I only have one crit damage there. Why didn't you land on crit damage, you POS? Damn. Okay. Uh-oh. Why is that Bleach stamp up right now? Which support character is the best in the game in your opinion? Oh yeah, Urahara, and it's not close. It's not close at all. What he does for the attack alone, and then I just got reminded, told, because I don't know that I remember. I did go through his kit. The whole increasing the ultimate damage, the crit damage thing. It's him. No. Look at Discord. That's improved. Oh no, well I can't because the phone and everything. But I will. But and honestly, I have them all so I could run it myself. But then it's a B4 Aizen now. So yeah, Urahara, and it's not close to me. Maybe other folks in the chat want to argue that somebody else is a better support than Kitsuke, but still maxed Aizen, I would clear much faster. Oh yeah, with max Aizen, of course it's going to be faster. And I'm not necessarily doubting that you did it. I'm trying to figure out the mechanics behind it. That's all. Like, what were your set stamps like and all that other stuff. I'm teasing you now, you know that. But, like, trying to figure out how you accomplished it. Okay, so crit damage. This is a different person completely. Different person completely. I'm thinking about this way too long. I'm thinking about this way, way, way too long, especially to be like online doing a video. This is so, and that he does not lay down not one, not nan debuff. Right? There's not a debuff. If my Yuri is a support, I can see my Yuri dethroning Kitsuke. It depends on what kind of kit they do. They could have a lot of fun with my Yuri's kit, seeing as how he's that mad scientist type. They could do a lot of fun things with him. What would he be under? Not strike, because he's not a fighter. He wouldn't be spirit. Thrust? Thrusters, I guess he'd be spirit. I guess spirit experiments. I don't know where he would be. Toshihiro, Momo, Kitsuke before Aizen dropped. I could see that. I could see that. I was trying to do it with Momo, Rukia, and Toshihiro. I think I got up to like 411. Alright, so now that I've distracted myself long enough, I'm going to give one more thing a try, and if not, then I'm going to go for the one with the ultimate charge rate. Nope, we don't want you. We want another one that has crit damage on it. That's the thing. And I had it a minute ago, can't find it. This one. Crit rate, crit damage, this attack is still not good. But either one of them would be good. I want this shot, and this is where the gacha system gets you. There's multiple gacha systems in a gacha game. This is another one where I want to enhance this and then pray that it lands on this or this. There's only two shots that land somewhere where I want. If I enhance this one more, there's 3 shots that it lands on somewhere that I want. Well, actually still 2, because I want crit damage and I want attack. This one's crit rate or crit damage. Alright, if this one doesn't go, we're going to give it a shot. Why not? Why not? Ascend, do your thing. Give me what I want. Ooh, HP. I hate you. So much hatred in my heart right now. Can you tell the passion? You think my Yuri would be strike? Why? He's not a fighter though. I don't know that he's a fighter. Oh, my Toshihiro is still B0. I don't have him anywhere up near any boundary. He'd be a strike. Like, my Yuri is a very much, I'll build something to kill you, but I'm not finna go hand to hand with you. I mean, not saying that he can't fight, but that's not his preferred role. For sure not. This is only giving me one chance. Alright, so I guess I stick with this one and level it up, hoping that I get at least another crit. It's gonna land on this. It's gonna land on this again. It's gonna land on that again, I'm sure. So sure. So sure. I need to buy more of these. I can't remember. I really wish they would put the stores in there. Raid and raid. I only need 5 more. This feels like overkill when I could go buy it somewhere. Let's just get all the way back. Remember, we're working on Kitsuke's crit damage stamp. Let's go to the store. That one. Exchange zone. This one. I need 5 of these. Sold out. Boom. We'll buy this one time. Wait, no, does that only gives me 10. Okay. So then let's go back. Okay, so crit damage here. We're gonna ascend it one time. It's gonna land on alignment damage bonus because that's my luck. And then we'll go from there. Yay. Oh, it went on attack. Okay, I don't hate that. Get you up to level 20, and then we will leave you alone for right now. I think I need to do 100 of these. If I do, no, not that. That's not what I wanted to do. But I could only farm one time, not two. We'll need 35 more. Go back to the shop and buy 40. And then we can take that all the way up. Just to be sure his crit damage is high enough. We love to see it. That is not where I got that from. Said I needed 30 more, right? Doop, doop, doosh, doosh, doosh. Doop, doop, doop. Crit damage. Crit damage. Crit damage. Insufficient. What? Eat one. I bought one too little. Where you at? Excuse me. Did that every time so far. All right, so one more time. One time. There we go. So now, come on, crit damage. Crit damage. Speak it into existence, right? Speak it into existence. All right. Crit damage. Yes, that's what's up. Okay, so we got our crit damage one time. So we have 55 plus that's 65.4 right there that's being added. We're going to leave that alone for now. And then when we go to his stats, he has 160% crit damage. That up from the 118. Bro, really low on con right now. Have you done that whole little, it's not a cheat, but have you dismantled, I did a video on it, maybe I should release that today, where if you dismantle all your old weapon stamps, you'll get a gang of standard ticket stubs, and then you can use that to buy a bunch of con. That's what I did. I have, and I can just show it now. We can even do it real quick because I think I have a few weapon stamps. Weapon stamps here. Yeah, I got a couple of them. Go here to dismantle, and this is for everybody. I assume you already know about this, but we'll see. Select all. I'm only doing the rare quantity. Okay, fine. Confirm. We dismantle. 190. Last time I got, let's just say a lot more than 190. I think it was something like 18,000. Then I go back into the exchange zone, and this store in the exchange zone, not special offer, sorry. And this store, Ticket Stub Exchange, is pretty crappy when you're higher levels up. And I used it to buy this, and then now if I want to buy more gold, 2,000 for every one that I purchase. So what happens if I purchase 305? Oh, you've been doing that for a while? Yeah, that's where I'm using the farm my con. Because other than that, I have no use for these tickets. I will buy the 3 gotcha tickets each that they let us do for all of these once a month, and then I will get this again once a month, and then this special offer once a month. So it's quite literally you can hoard, but what are you hoarding for? The store side, well, not for players who are more advanced. So then, if I'm low on con, I'll get this, but I started off with this one because this is the best value, obviously, which is why they let you do it once every month. So, if you need con, go for it. Sorry, so I cleared that up, blah, blah. What is the guide useful for? I don't understand it. About the god, I mean the clans you know. The god, oh, guild. Guild. I think that's what you meant. Will be strike. I don't think that really matters because by that Grimjaw would be strike, but he will thrust allegedly. Allegedly. Still allegedly. I don't know that, have they done any work on Grimjaw? I would say, in terms of like putting anything out, that just sounds like somebody, he's the last thing on Trial Tower, and so people are like, yeah, it's good. That means he's going to be thrust. No, just that he was just the opponent. Was Grimjaw the last? Yay, level 67. It means nothing to me, except everything gets harder. Let's see. Trial Tower, was Grimjaw the last one in Trial Tower for whatchamahoo's it, Thrust. No, it's Keatsuke. So I don't know why a Grimjaw was here. Strike. I don't know where the reasoning came from that he's going to be thrust outside of somebody just saying it and giving up a hypothesis. Rangiku got delayed, so a free 2,000 Jade for us. Why is Rangiku delayed? Where did that news come from? It feels like a lot of the news that comes out is just like hearsay and not actual announcements. Because I was on their Discord earlier today. His interlude story already got leaked. His events also got leaked. Yeah, more leaked info. Sure, have fun with it. I'm not making any plans based on that. Which, honestly, what plans could I make? All you said was that he was going to be, thrust or something like that. Which, I guess there's no harm in that information. It's not like you're saving for anything specifically. But all the leaked stuff, I don't believe. Until I see it, then I won't believe it. Because of what they did with Aizen and Jin, supposedly. Jin is next, Jin is next, Jin is next. And they were like, here comes Aizen. So it was announced on the page today. Why was she delayed? You would think if they were delaying anybody, it would be the character what's his face Jin, the next one to come out. Maybe that's where I read the whole Jin stuff. And what's up, Pakato? Again, sorry, I'm gonna say everybody's name wrong because I suck at this. So sorry. I apologize. Just look at how I say Konami's name. It drives people crazy. So yeah, I'll check that on the page officially. All the Grimjaw stuff. I will say this, like the leaks and stuff, it's fun to like think about and hypothesize and discuss. That part is fun. I'm not gonna plan around it though. If Grimjaw was coming after Jin, that's even more reason for me not to pull Jin because I like Grimjaw way more. So where's the news on the page? Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's more reason for me not to pull him at all. Hey, yo, what's happening here? My thing is not refreshing, and it's driving me insane. What are you doing? There it is. Okay. What in the world? What's up, Sonny? Okay, so... But yeah. See, all of this stuff is catching up. Okay, I hate you, phone link. And I can't even use BlueStacks or whatever because now I would need a controller for that. And now it's still not updating. I don't understand what's going on. I have some kind of issue going on right now with my system. Let's close you. And then get up out of... I can't find where it says on the website that Rangiku has been delayed. But okay. Bankai Toshihiro. They still have that up. Hitsugaye available worldwide December 5th. I don't know. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Started playing late, so I only want Ichigo Bankai at the moment. Well, so there's no way for you to get him right now. There's no way for you to get Ichigo Bankai right now. I'm at 14,000 Jade and have been hearing Jin's 2-week celebration will give. It's 3 weeks, by the way. They did make that announcement that when they do this stuff, it's going to be 3 weeks instead of... Oh my God, phone link is not working for me. They did make that announcement that Jin is going to be around for 3 weeks, not 2. Okay, so now phone link is deciding to work. Thank you for doing your job. How hard is it to connect a phone to a computer? What in the world? Okay. I'm just going to do this with Eisen real quick while I try to find this thing on Geekle. And on Jin, Grimjow is, I mean, you said it's a leak, so I guess there's nothing for me to find. But let's see. Also, these calculations third week events aren't included, so it could be even more. Oh, how do you? Well, we'll see. But the J count they gave is for 2 weeks, so we will get more. Well, let's see. Let's see. I will be happy with more. That's for sure. I will be happy for more. Yeah, so that was the other part of it, because is Ichigo going to be one of those limited time banners that just gets recycled every? Let me just close this because I feel like Google Chrome has been a problem for me, and this happens with a bunch of different browsers. I always end up changing browsers every 2 years because they get to be crappy. But we don't know if the limited time banners are just going to be recycled and like just done every 3 to 6 months to a year. Someone said every year, which just sounds an insane amount of time to wait. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're just going to take the SSRs and put them into the standard banner, and you have to pull them from there. Because, for example, you started late and you say, hey, I want Ichigo, I can't wait to get him. And then you come to find out that you're not going to be able to see Ichigo for another 10 months. You may not play the game anymore. And I just compared it to DC. If I had a DC Universe game that's amazing, and I got it in 2 weeks after they were giving out Batman, and they told me, yeah, we'll do Batman again in a year, I quit. Yeah, I see him putting him in the standard banner after 2 months. But we'll see. I don't know. It's all speculation. Nobody knows anything definitive, and nothing's been announced. So we'll see. We shall see. What makes you say another Ichigo would be coming? They have Shikai, they have Initial, and they have Bankai. There is a slew of other characters, unless they're just going to do an Ichigo every 3 months. I mean, with this other Ichigo that they have, the Shikai Ichigo, they could have used that Hueco Mundo Soul Reaper Pass Ichigo as another Ichigo to introduce, and what they did instead was made it a skin. There might be more Ichigo stuff, but it might just be that Ichigo gets another, like Bankai gets a new skin, where it's just the holification the whole time, as opposed to switching it up. Because the only thing that really switches up is like he puts on his mask and his damage goes up. So they could just say, you want full holification Ichigo? Here's a skin. We're not going to do a whole nother character. Potentially, I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm guessing. All of this is just assumptions on what would be like most cost effective while also bringing interest to the game from a developer perspective. Because having developers work on all new characters does drain resources. Yeah, Jen's coming tomorrow, supposedly. Does drain resources. However, doing a skin, you just need to tap the art department. So we shall see. We'll see if I do get Jin. I'm not chasing him. But I think he's asking in the chat. Alright. God, I thought he was going to be released today. Astro Lord Jin would destroy the damage numbers. Will he? Will he? In about 6 months to a year, sure. That I could believe. Where they do Ichigo Bankai 3 months, they put him in the standard banner, and then for the 1 year anniversary, they introduce Vasto Lord Ichigo. I could believe that. That I got. Man, he be whooping that. I mean, behinds. Acting like I don't curse on this channel. I have every once in a while. Anyway. And also let me lock my phone link stuff so it doesn't do anything crazy. Okay. he has to be with all the hype. They have to make him good. 100%. But here's the thing. Um, he has a bunch of different forms. That's part of the point. Let's say the game lasts for 5 years. If they go that route, introduce like 5 types of Ichigos, and then the rest are skins. Because at a certain point, doesn't it get boring? Yeah, he's the main character. He's not my favorite. He's the main character. He's not my favorite. And to be fair, the show isn't called Ichigo. It's called Bleach. Like, give me a couple different versions of Kenpachi. I know that there's not a, but I know Kenpachi's Kenpachi, but maybe I want like, well, no, they probably do that as a skin. I want like Kenpachi after he's been busted up and bleeding Kenpachi. What about, Science Professor Aizen? But they did for the Shikai Ichigo. They would have gotten money if they did a Shikai Ichigo. Or like the that skin, if they had made that a full character, they would have gotten money off that. It's cost benefit analysis. The cost to make it, is it going to be worth the revenue that you generate? Which probably a good amount of revenue. Probably a good amount. But for example, Vassal Lord Ichigo, I would take Bankai over that. Does that necessarily mean that I'm gonna jump at every single Ichigo they put out? Not really. They should only release the most hyped versions of Ichigo. Oh no, they'll start off that way, where it's the most hyped versions, and then they'll transition into like lesser knowns. But I think those lesser known versions, like the one that they released a skin for, I don't know why that's not an independent Ichigo that's SSR himself, because that's one I would like, and they made it a skin. But the argument still remains, Sonny. You keep saying that. The argument is, why didn't they make that other Ichigo an Ichigo instead of a skin? That's it. They could have made him a whole new character. And we're only like 2 months into the game's life. They could have sat on that Ichigo skin, waited 3 months, and released another Ichigo like that. So like, I don't know. There's a lot of them, 100 of them, but if you have like what, 35 Ichigos and then only 20 other characters, I don't know. That would bore me. I'd get done and not want to play the game anymore. If all they're doing is just introducing different versions of Ichigo, I'd quit. It'd be boring. I just want to see his same face over and over and over and over and over again. It'd be boring. Because then it's not a character collector game, it's an Ichigo collector game. And no, it'd be boring. To me. Maybe other people would be all for having 45 versions of Ichigo. But no. That would bore me to death. I couldn't do it. That would be the way to get me to quit. Ooh. Ouch. Ow. Alright, so actually after this one I need to go back and find more ways to farm. Put it this way. I could see a version of this stuff happening, but that's why I keep saying the skin stuff. I could see them having tops. They have 3 in there already, which is a lot of Ichigos to have. That feels ridiculous. And then 3 means you could already build an Ichigo team if you wanted to. So they would all have to be Slash, so it's all Slash characters. So like having 45 Ichigos would be such a boring ass like concept, and you're like saying, well, they would put this there, this there, this there. They would put so many in there. True Shikai, Vasto Lord, Fullbring. I'm saying what you guys are saying. What you guys just told me. That would be so boring. Skin, yeah, because then I could just switch out the skin and be like, I want this Ichigo right now. But having like that many Ichigos get released into a game, dull. Dull. Anyway, moving on. Plus, I would love to see the actual, which is kind of funny if they do Grimmjow, and I could see them doing Grimmjow now. To me, what the smarter thing to do is, Chapter 9 was Wako Mundo. They're going through the series bit by bit by bit, step by step. There's gonna even be a Bunt arc. Get ready for it, guys. And what's gonna I would assume what's gonna happen. Kaname's in the game, Jin's in the game, and what's his face? Aizen just got introduced. Now you introduce Wako Mundo characters, which is why I would believe that Grimmjow, if not next, he's on the list of characters that are going to be released. And you release some of those as SSR, some of those as SR, so you can get them out of the way, quote unquote, faster. So if you saw something that went like Grimmjow, Nell, Stark, Ulquiera, whose name I always say wrong. I'm trying to think of one more. There was one more in my head, but I forgot. Then you could do that, quote unquote, Wako Mundo arc for like 3 to 6 months, and then you move on to the next arc and introduce those characters. So that is how I would see it going. Why would you give us Chapter 9 Wako Mundo and then fill us with a bunch of like 1,000 Years War characters? It doesn't make sense. So it would just make more sense that Kaname and Jin were the ones who like also took off with Aizen. They're in the game. Those three are in the games. Go down the list of the Arankars. Now I wouldn't say from 1 to 15 because some of them are just boring. 3 or 4 of them dudes. Do that over the course of the next 6 months, including Nell. And then Nell, her SRs are those weird duo dudes. Put them as 1 SR, not 2. And then once the Wako Mundo arc is done, if you introduce those characters, you move on. I can't remember the next arc. What was the next arc after Wako Mundo? It wasn't Bunt. And then you had the ones with their weapons. And that's going to be a fun arc if they decide to put that in, where the weapons become like actual corporeal individuals. That would be a bunch of like, I assume, SRs. That would be so much fun to play with. And they could use like, hey, this SR, if you pair her, I can't remember her name, but the Zanpakuto from Renji. Well, no, Renji, Ikaku. Let's say Ikaku. And then you pair that SR with Ikaku, and then like, oh, well, damage is boosted by 200% or something like that. That would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. Oh, you would like them as 2 versions, which they could do. I have no idea how long this Chapter 9 Wako Mundo arc is going to last. I just said 6 months. Who the hell knows? It could be 3 months. It could be done in 2 weeks. And the whole thing I said is not even an idea. But, I mean, you've seen multiple versions of Ichigo already. There's nothing to say that they couldn't do multiple versions of all the characters. They show Aizen first. Here's the thing, though. From a logic perspective, especially since Aizen seems to be a god. I think this resets in a couple of days, so I should do this now. Especially since Aizen appears to be a god, why wouldn't you introduce Jin first? I mean, I get it. Espada, sorry, I was saying the wrong thing. So, like, why wouldn't you put Jin first? Especially with what Aizen looks like. Kaname is already in, Jin's who's leaving, and then Aizen comes next. It makes sense. It would make sense to put Grimmjow in before you put in Stark. You know what I'm saying? Like that there's a logic there that makes sense. So even if they were like, hey, Jin and I can't, like, for example, the whole leak and people planning that and stuff, I like playing around with it, but I can't even really blame people for thinking like Jin was going to come first. I can't blame you. So I can't be like, oh, that was so dumb. I was planning it that way too because it made sense. And that's part of the reason why I think they shifted that. I mean, someone said it before, but it makes so much sense to me. In a in every video game, the boss fight, the boss is the last one to come out, and they made the boss come out in the middle. So I don't know, but what do I know? Ultimate charge rate. Damn it. Crit damage. Ooh. I may need to go look at Ichigo. I can't remember if I have any crit damage or not. I may need to go look at Ichigo right fast, just to be sure I don't forget anything. But that could happen either way, though. Meaning, like, the Jin one comes out first with Kaname Tosen in the background. And then the next banner when Aizen comes out is Tosen, Jin, Aizen. That makes... I'm doing this thing like you guys can see the video. But that makes sense to me. Tosen already in the game. Jin comes in. He's another betrayer. Aizen comes in. He's the boss betrayer. That's how boss fights work. Okay. Anyway. So I see the logic and why everyone made that assumption and jumped to that conclusion. Honestly, I still believe that that's the thing that they were gonna do, and it just didn't happen. It's 6 p.m. over here. What time is it there for you? It is 1:30 for me. So wait. So you're in India, Sonny? Oh no, yeah, you told me that already. You already told me that you're in India. That's right. I believe you told me that. And I only remember that because I know that if you're saying 6 o'clock, that from Switzerland, India is a 4.5 hour time zone difference. And I knew that because I worked at UBS, and I was like, why? But I think I've already had this discussion with you about time zone stuff. What is happening? Oh, there we go. What was that pause? I want to check Ichigo's crit damage middle piece. I need to check that part of it. Didn't you have an exam, Sonny? Weren't you supposed to have an exam that you were studying for? I don't know why. That just made me sound like I'm your dad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That made me sound like I'm your dad, where it's like, wait, you over here playing Bleach. Weren't you supposed to be studying for an exam? I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I didn't mean to come at you like that. I'm just hoping you studying and had good luck with it if it's already passed. Spirit damage, that does work for Toshihiro. Wait, if you're from Switzerland, why do you always stream super early? I got the same time zone as you, and I always miss your streams. Okay, so because I wake up at like 5:30, then I stream from 6 to 8 a.m., and then I go to my job. I mean, it's all home office and everything, which is why I get to like do the stream before working. And right now, actually, I just left that company, so I'm doing my independent work. Even thought about doing like a data science / trade finance, building your own algorithmic traders YouTube channel. Probably not going to happen because those people are crazy. But yeah, so I wake up early, I do the stream, then I do my thing on like actual jobs, take a lunch break, go to the gym, come back, finish work. Hogwarts Legacy. That's how that goes. Well, before it was Midnight Suns, and then after that was Final Fantasy 15. Let's see. Okay, I'm glad they all went well. Sorry I came at you like so strong, but I was like, he did just say he had an exam that he was like trying to study for, so I'm glad they went well for you. Let's see. 71 here. Yay, I really wanted to use these. So by the way, when I do actually pull for Jin, which streaming may be in and out this weekend, I don't know how that's going to go. All of these get pulled, and if you want to see me freak out about not getting the core stamps I want, I'm tempted to pull all these now. I'm not gonna, but I'm trying to have some, like a little bit of self-control. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over here. Operation. Wait, we've already done all this though, right? Like this is completed. I don't have to do this anymore. This is finished. View again. Why would I want to do that? Bingo scratch offs. Let's go ahead and complete this real fast. Let's do this 5, like a true gambling addict. Hooray. And then we come back. Why does it say I need to do extreme? Like, I can't wait for this guy to come in the game. That is who I am waiting on, is him. Only level 75, I am waiting on him. Hey, I'm going to need you guys to stand down. Because this is just going to be a cool fight to see. I don't think, though, there's like a chance that there's anything interesting there. Alright. The new core system, still not guaranteed, but it's something. It's the... Did they already put it? I have 55 corridor keys. I was using them. I was too. I was using them up until like, I want to say last week, when I did the whole Eisen thing and opened up my wallet like a moron. But I was using them, and then I was tempted to use them again to see if I could chase after his core stamps until I realized, like, look, how about you just wait until Gen comes out? You can go for his core stamps there, and then hopefully not spend that money on getting his core stamp, which if you get Gen or not, whatever. And then if you get Eisen core stamps in the process, hooray for you. But then that one extra card isn't going to fully, well, maybe two if you count Rangiku. That those two extra cards aren't going to damage your probability in that pool that much, in that gacha pool. I mean, they sell core stamps, so I wasn't expecting a guaranteed pity on them. Bankaichi. Oh, no. There's never a guaranteed pity on them anyway. They never put a guaranteed pity on, so far, they've never put a guaranteed pity. This took 35 seconds. Guaranteed pity on any of the core stamps ever. So that's why it's one of those, it's like $15, I think. So what I will do is go for it all that time, wait, and then if I pull Gen, the last day of Gen being out, or that core stamp, being able to buy the core stamp, if I don't get to that point, I will think about it. If I already have Gen. If I don't have it, then forget it. I wonder if they will base Ook and second and third Ook a separate. I think... I think what they'll do here is like what they do with Toshihiro, where his ultimate transforms him. Yeah, okay, see, we just said the same thing. Like his technique might take him to one form and then his ultimate takes him to another or something crazy like that, or his ultimate takes him to that second form and then the ultimate again takes him to his third. I'm assuming that's what it was. I rewatched the fight today and man, there's a whole layer of depth to it. I noticed it. He is one of my favorite espadas around, whatever you want to call him. He is one of my favorites. I need to rewatch that scene too. He is one of my favorites. I can't wait for him to be in the game. Him, Gramjow, Kenpachi. I want them. Oh, and Nell, obviously. I want them in the game so bad. All right. Real quick, I think I've done everything for my guild, including I think I've already promoted like once today. Let's do it again. Recruitment, post recruitment. Nobody wants to be in my guild. Store, but like I said, there's nothing in this store. So if we go back to thought process, the gotcha stamp tickets for the weapon. This is only going to give me a better shot at getting the ticket for Sajin, dog captain. And he put a hole at Ichigo twice. He was whooping his ass. I liked him so much. I don't even remember his ending that much. I remember the battle. I'm going to rewatch it. I need to rewatch it. That's what I need to do. I need to rewatch it. But for this one, I was fortunate in my pulls for the other stamps. And in this one, I can select this one last, right? I own all the other ones. So I can select this one last. I do not have him. I have his weapon stamp. I think I have his core stamp. Oh no, I have his core stamp. But I do not have him. Character stamps. Hey, bruh. We're only looking at core. I thought for sure I had his core stamps. Yeah, right there. So I have his core stamp. Komamura. Sure. I have his core stamp. I do not have him. I think he was the strongest spotter too. I think he was. Wasn't he ranked number 3? I still think he's the strongest. I was sitting there watching that whole thing and I was like, so wait, how is he not the strongest? This makes no sense to me. He's the strongest. I'm so tempted to pull those stamp corridor tickets, which means I probably should stop streaming so I don't make a stupid decision. Let's see. Friends, claim all, go back. I think, though, I'm trying to remember, but I think I've done all the content for this game. Outside of, like, the free practice where I can get, whoa, not free practice, personal training where I can get more Soul Jade. He was 4th. He was 4th? Why did I think he was 3? Wait, Yamcha. What's this got to do with Dragon Ball Z? I'm being funny. Before you even, I'm being funny. Yeah, this is the part I haven't done yet. Basic God, I did all that already. Opala. Then we have the challenges. I've completed the towers. Actually, funnily enough, because you said it, I wonder if my ranking did go up in this stuff. Slash, nah, wait. This was 13 before, no? That's if this is 6 now, then yeah, a little bit. Guild challenge, co-op campaign, combat training. I'm 28. I should not. This game is new, so I should not be that high up. Okay, I think I've completed like all of the content that I can. Co-op, find unknown adventure, done it and boring. Co-op campaign, can't co-op nearby. Stamp, and this is all stuff for farming. So I literally have, once I went ahead and completed Trial Tower. Yeah, I know. Look, flip, look, flip, flip, look, look, flip. The key thing in what you just wrote was technically. The key thing what you wrote in there was technically. I should not say this. I should not say this. Meghan Markle is technically black. Anyway, anyway, yeah. Oh, and by the way, what's up, Flip? What's up, Thomas Jokes or Thomas Jokes? Take Jokes. 1875. You can't complete Thrust yet. No, no. I did. I'm sorry. I did do Thrust. I already did it. I just stopped it in the middle to. I'll check the Ichigo and then I'll go through Thrust real quick. And actually, maybe I'll go through Thrust with Ikaku, seeing as how he needs to pull his own weight since he screwed up my resources. Damn it. Let's see. The stamp. It was the middle one, right? Where this one has crit rate on it. And I think the new one I got has crit damage on it. And then crit rate down here. However, unless you guys tell me something different, okay, correction, he is number 1. He just didn't want the responsibility. See, you see the point I made? You see the point I made? You see the point I made? Be careful when you're using the word technically. So the question is, I like where his crit rate is. I'm not a fan of where his crit damage is at the moment. Yeah, 50% crit damage, 47% crit rate. Thank you. Wait, yours is still level. Oh, you mean Ikaku. What's wrong with Ikaku? Thank you, Project Akal. Or Kali. Akali? Sure. So, oh, this is, so you know, and in fact, for those of you who don't, we'll just run it now because I'm doing Thrust Tower. This is Bleach Soul Resonance. If you are a fan of Bleach, one, it is a beautiful mobile game. It is absolutely beautiful. They do a lot to make you happy. I'm going to go ahead and do it with, I see now that we know Jin is coming tomorrow, I kind of want to replace Kitsuke with Jin. Battle. Just finished Rebirth of Souls story. What chapter is that? Oh. So there you go. This is Thrust Tower with Kaname. I'll run this with Kaname now, and then I'm going to restart it and try to do it with Jin. Well, not Jin, with Ikaku. But let's be clear, this whole thing is going to be carried by Aizen. Ikaku is going along for the ride. If you're going to put it on your PC, you need to get, from what I understand though too, they have it on BlueStacks and they have it on LD Player. So you get one of those emulators and then you can play it. But I'm in the I'm in the category which is, but it should be Rebirth of Souls. It should be Soul Resonance. That's the. You finished all 5. There are 9 chapters. Is there a game called Bleach Rebirth of Souls? So I'm in the wrong category? Does that mean I gotta go over here and fix things in Twitch again? Rebirth, okay. My fault, guys, that I'm in the completely wrong category. That is 100% on me. But if you do like that one and you like Bleach, then this is Bleach Soul Resonance. My apologies, guys, sincerely. Another game on PlayStation. Yeah, on console. Okay. Question, though, while y'all are there, is it a good game? Is it a good game? Because I ain't got no problem looking at it. Ask the folks in my stream. I am promiscuous when it comes to playing video games. I don't stay. I'll be loyal, but you got to leave the back door open for me to go out every once in a while. We outside. I'll be loyal to a game, but you know, I'm gonna look around. It's not a good game. Oh boy, I'm gonna look. Yeah, no. On here it says, on my thing it says Bleach Soul Resonance English, live, excellent connection, or whatever. You beat Aizen with the final 10 show and then it ends. Oh, well, that seems kind of anticlimactic. Yeah, no, on my thing that I'm saying, the category says is Bleach Soul Resonance, and then that's it. We don't touch grass here. It's bad. So wait, and I'm asking this like legit, not being funny. It doesn't go into 1,000 Years War. Well, to be fair, this one, it just came out 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. It does not go into anything past Hueco Mundo yet. And it's continuing to develop, adding more characters, adding more content. So it's just one of those, like, you'll start playing now. In about 2 months, you'll be done. But then hopefully by that time, for you at least, for us, we'll see. I think they're going to release some new Trial Towers stuff and some new chapters later. Then by that point, you'll probably have caught up to where they've already added like another chapter 10 or 11 or something like that. But I think they're trying to do the long play on this game. And they have the potential, especially with the way they have it set up and how beautiful and good it is now, to do all of Bleach if they wanted to. Like the way it's set up now, you go from Rukia giving you the powers, Sedate, Hueco Mundo. I think the way that they're setting it up, they could do all of the series and add a gang of characters. So, oh, thanks. I appreciate you. I genuinely don't follow on that stuff that much, but I do appreciate it. And I will say this. Give the game a shot. I mean, it is free. Do I put money into it? Yeah, but why not give it a shot? It is tremendous. Oh, and actually, real quick. If you guys just found me and you do not have this game, even if you don't give a damn about the game that much, or you're like, maybe this is going to suck, download the game now. Aizen is only going to be in this game for another 12 hours. Like, yeah. So Aizen is, so far, the best character in this game, and I think I did a whole video burning all my resources getting him in, right? So at this point, it is to me, cancel, let's put Ikaku in. So to the, or do we go wild? Let's just something crazy. Let's see how this goes. 1 second. So at this point, all right, Eisen, let's see what you got, bro. Let's see what you got, bro. We're not gonna make it. So at this point, especially as a newer player, you should get a good few limited gacha tickets that'll let you get Eisen. And then once you get Eisen, granted, I took him before, which is Boundary Forest and Ascension level when you get multiple copies. I actually like spent money to do that because he's that good, and I think he's gonna be that good for a while. So even if you like, oh well, I don't know, just download the game today, get the gacha tickets, do some quick pulls, and then set the game aside for the next 3 months if you want to. But like, I think he's a very important character to get, and if you're doing it now, this 12 hours left. So, and we don't know how he's an SSR top level, whatever. You'll figure all that stuff out once you actually start playing the game. Important to know, just get him, you'll be good. And we don't know how they're going to treat these limited time gacha characters. We don't know if they're going to put them in a regular old, you can get them anytime banner, or if they're going to rotate them and do it every 6 months, every year or something. The thing that I've heard most frequently from people on my chat is that they're going to do a rotation every 3, 6, or 12 months. There hasn't been like a timeline. I personally believe that they're going to just wait 2 or 3 months and then put the newer character, the limited character. You got 3 weeks to get him. There's going to be a 2-3 month break in between, and then we put him in the standard banner with all the other characters that you can pull. We don't know yet. So best case scenario, get it now. Hopefully it works out for you. Hell chapter will never come into the anime or the games. You don't think it's coming to the game? I think it would come to the game. They just added 1,000 Blood War Toshihiro, Yaruichi, 1,000 Blood Year. So they've added those characters. But wait, so and they have 1,000 Year Blood War or 1,000 Year War arc as downloadable content for the Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Got you. So you buy the game on PlayStation, and then every other chapter after Eisen is downloadable content that I assume you have to pay for. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess that makes sense. You're still going to be adding stuff soon to the game. Okay. All right. When did that game come out? I will say this about what I'm doing right now with the whole just using Eisen and Keats game. I don't know if they're going to win, but I don't think it's going to be that we get killed. I think it's going to be we can't make it based on time. March last year. I would love to know in terms of, I'm sure that there are ways in which developing a game for a mobile game is easier. I would like to know that though, because they seem to be able to pump out content, and maybe they already have it planned and it's like 6 months ahead of time, because that's how like mobile gaming evolved very quickly, and console gaming, though it has done it in a lot recently, it's still kind of an evolution. Most games are like, yo, play this game, give us $80 and then you're done, so you're done, and we'll let you download some skins and stuff later. But full on content, maybe not. So I don't know what it looks like for them. 3D fighters are usually last, but it comes to adding downloadable content. Okay. Wait, Eisen never... Yeah, no, he never... Eisen never had Bankai? Wait a minute. I never saw it, but didn't he have it? Wait a minute. Wasn't that how he controlled people? Or was that no? I'm confused now. Because I thought it was like a. I thought Kenpachi was the only one who didn't have a Bankai. Yeah, the illusion. That's what I thought. I thought it was like a power that wasn't to do with like necessarily weapons, but that this is how he deceived everybody. Was that his Bankai was like just manipulating anyone's like perspective or whatever. I gotta go back. Okay. Because that's what I thought. I thought that his Bankai was, no, I can fool you guys. That's my Bankai. Kenpachi has a Bankai. He just doesn't show it until I watched Thousand Year Blood War or Thousand Year War arc. I watched that. I remember him fighting Nurse Lady. What's up, Sonny? I remember him fighting Nurse Lady. By the way, so you know, since you're new, I'm bad at the names. I've watched the series, playing the game. I'm going to just be like Dog Captain. I'm going to be like Nurse Lady with the braid that goes like this, tied under her head like a little scarf from a grandmother from Yemen. Yeah. We don't know the name of Kenpachi's Bankai. And I think it was that he never released it. Right? Okay. Kitsuke, you just never see it, but you know he has one. Unohana, yeah. Yeah, Nurse Lady, yeah. Yeah. But I like calling her Nurse Lady because Nurse Lady was like, okay, I'm done healing people. I'm about to Kenpachi. And that fight was nice. I didn't know she was nice with it like that. I love that they gave that to her story. I didn't know she was nice with it like that. She was like, I'm a healer, but I don't have to be. I can break your bones and then mend them. He released it in the manga. I never read any of the manga, to be honest with that. What, aren't there like 500 of those books anyway? But, no. Unohana, Nurse Lady, the doctor. Nurse Lady seems disrespectful. Maybe we should call her the doctor. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Like, it is... I love the fact that it was like, she is the one who pushes him. Yeah, Zarashi is his key. I'm gonna act like I know that, but I'm pretty sure I knew that. Pretty sure I knew that, but I'm not gonna try to claim that just now. Is Aizen and Kitsuke, sorry, bad English. Are Aizen and Kitsuke really gonna be able to get through Thrust Tower without a character under thrust damage? But isn't it like a gang of... There is that... I shouldn't say this out loud. There is that site where you can download those mangas, though. A couple of friends told me a couple of sites, actually. Maybe I should. I haven't read it. I still have a manga from my friend. I think it's called Candy and Cigarettes. I need to finish and give it back to her. And then the next one I was supposed to read was Monster. You guys have seen me show that. Oh, and then this other manga series that somebody at work bought for me on my birthday called These NPCs. And I don't know what is up with like anime, at least for me lately, having like just full sentences as titles for their animes. Especially like on Crunchyroll where they just have like a sentence and that's the name of the series. But it's these NPCs in this village sim game must be real. That's the title of it. And someone got it for me, and it was like I read the first book, and it was compelling. It was compelling, and I had fun, and I was in there. But then once I stopped reading it, I didn't have like the desire to go back. It's good. They bought me the first 3 books. It's good. I like it. I'm not recommending it to people. I'm not telling other folks they need to go get it. But I liked it though. Oh, Monster's over here. That I need to put next to my bed. But yeah. Let's go ahead and just snatch that up. No, I will, but not today. Will summon for Jin tomorrow. So the whole way Rebirth of Souls, they as played is you lower the enemy's Kenpaku to 0 So that's how they do rounds in a sense. Okay. Manga buddy. I never saw you write that. Sonny, I never saw you write that at all. I don't even know what you're talking about, dog. I don't even know. I don't even know what you just said. Those are just really, really random words to me. I don't know what that means. Anyway, it's digital, obviously. Well, here's the thing, too, and I think I said this before, because I used to like collecting comic books and stuff when I was like a teenager, college, stuff like that. Ain't no space for it. I am still the kind of person who likes to read with like a book, a paper book. But this past year, I did try reading comic books on my tablet, and I have to be honest, I would buy, and then like legit, I would buy them on the Google Play Store, and I would start reading them. And I have to be honest, it made me feel better doing it that way. It made me feel better doing it that way. It was good. I wasn't, and that was the thing I think I mentioned last time on the last stream. I didn't feel scared of tearing the pages because I come from that era of you have your comic book in your daggum thing, the protector thing with like the white cardboard on the back and like the plastic that covers it. You pull that thing out, you read it carefully, and you put it back. Done. And that's where I came from. And then I transitioned to being like I'm not gonna do that because I want to read my comic books like books. So then I just started buying volumes, and then volumes are big. Volumes are big. And then I even got So you'll have something like, and by the way, for those of you who want to learn language, so then you'll have something like this. Instead of getting like Batman Zero Year, I just get the volume, and then I don't give a damn if it gets messed up. It's fine. It can be on a bookshelf and gather dust. I'm not trying to keep it or collect it. It's fine, right? And then also that if you're trying to like learn languages, let's do the Harley Quinn one. That's a little bit cooler. So this was back when I was learning French. Get the comic book in the language you want, and you will be more enthused to read it. I figured that out thanks to my friend from Japan, Meggie. She bought me like a Cowboy Bebop, Berserk. She went to Japan and bought me all of these like mangas back in Japanese, in like kanji and katakana and hiragana. And I was like, yo, and I would read through them, and I would have like my post-it notes and be like, this is what this means, redraw the symbol, all that stuff. That was so much fun. So, side note, random starburst brain. If you want to learn a language, one of the best things you can do is a comic book. I practice German, which now is my second language. I practice German by reading comic books. More interesting, more fun, I'm more into it. That and Harry Potter. I read Harry Potter in German. Well, the first one. I'm listening to the third one in German now. Anyway, but it depends on how you combo. Yeah, I don't know what I wrote. It's just gibberish. But if you are into 3D fighters, I'd recommend Rebirth of Souls as a chill game because the story follows through the entire anime, so you watch more than you play. But when you do play, it gets interesting because it's a dialogue in between the fights. Okay. So is this kind of like, because I just finished it, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? Is it similar to that? Did the artist for Berserk die? No. Really? Damn, I like Berserk. Well, the anime series. I have in storage, I have the manga. Or one of the mangas. Damn. Oh, in a way. Okay, so, alright, like Kakarot in a way. Okay. I like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I treat a little bit like Spider-Man 2, where every once in a while I just want to fly around as Goku or Gohan and go find a couple of fights and chill and kick some butt, stress relief, just like Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man. No, Spider-Man 2 and then Spider-Man. I just want to every once in a while do a little bit of web slinging, chill, break up a couple of like, store robberies or whatever. This really got cleared. Thrust Trial really got cleared by Aizen and Kitsuke, two non-Thrust characters. That is funny, and and that was mostly Aizen, right? Damn, that was mostly Aizen. They have some, and I haven't done it yet, and thanks to my whole pursuit of Eisen, I can't do it this month. But they have a good amount of downloadable content for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. A good amount. Oh, by the way, guys, just for those who are just joining and downloading Bleach Soul Resonance now. Oh, also, I have someone, I think I said this before already, but just to be clear, someone is coming to my apartment to check something on my balcony. So I might get like a door buzz in 10 minutes. I'll just have to go let them in and I'll run something or another. I don't know yet. Let me check my the email. The email. If y'all know Strong Badge, y'all know what that is. Yeah, no. So they should be here at like 2:15, 2:30. Okay. So anyway, for those of you who are new and just joined us and said like, hey, maybe I download this game, I'm gonna treat you to Yaruichi. She's fun. She's fun to watch play. However, you're also gonna notice that Mr. K-pop Demon Hunter Eisen over here wants to be on the screen a lot. He enjoys his screen time. So he's going to interfere with Yaruichi trying to show off a little bit. I'm going to run this only on the first floor so you can see Yaruichi in action a little bit. And then I'm going to go back and see if Eisen and Kisuke can beat this. That was the hardest floor. Yeah, that was the hardest floor. That was the highest one. And they beat it. They beat it. Because Eisen is a god. But mid-fight, you either get a real moment challenge, you need to complete a secret story challenge to unlock a secret story mission. Huh. Just reached level 69 now. Need 17k for level 70. Well, and then wait, no, but your character's already level 100 because you get to no, that's not true. Level 100 doesn't happen until level 70. So now you can stack your resources a bit. Are they already out there on my balcony? Hold on a sec. All right, so I'm convinced, like my Verwaltung, what is that? Apartment office management or whatever, management, apartment building management, whatever the hell that is in English. I've lived in Switzerland too long. They're supposed to be coming at 2:15 to check my balcony. Now let's be clear. In Switzerland, it has been it's one of the colder, every like 5 or 6 years, but Switzerland has one of these like ice cold, don't that bad, but they can be, right? It has been a high of like -2, -3 degrees, which in Fahrenheit is something like 27 degrees for the last like week. And then it snowed the last 2 or 3 days, and enough for it to snow and then stick/not stick/melt to then turn into ice. I was convinced that they were going to cancel this whole we need to check your balconies thing. That's why I was checking my email. If they're really about to go out here in -2 degree weather to look at my balcony to check whatever it's supposed to be, cool. But I would understand if y'all were like, we're not coming. It's too cold. We will see you in February. I would get that. But apparently they still don't come through. Haven't heard word one yet. So when they come, I'll let you guys know. I'll run something like this in the meantime, and then I'll be back. Anyway, sorry. I will reach level 60 tomorrow, either tomorrow or the day after. So then you get your characters up to level 80. Eisen in Rebirth of Souls has a move that gives him plate armor. Huh. I think I'm gonna partake in this game, but let's be real. What's up, Kiev? You're on late today. Yes, partially because I thought Jim was coming out today after maintenance. Other part of it was because I did not wake up in enough time to, well, not wake up. I was busy this morning, so I was not going to be able to do the stream this morning. But yeah, I'm on now. I'll probably be ending it relatively soon, but we'll see. I'm chilling. All right, so as far as like Bleach, Rebirth, Souls, what's gonna happen now is, let's be real. I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy right now. When I'm done with that, I'm hooking up Expedition 33 and I'm playing that on stream. And then after that, we can get to Bleach, Rebirth, Souls, maybe. There's another game that Theonidas recommended to me that I just haven't been able to check yet because I've been on stream. But we'll see how that goes. Plot armor is like what a main character has where you can do things while getting hit and only get tickled. Oh, that sounds remarkably annoying. Yeah, it's really cold, man. I'm glad my exams are over. Oh, it's cold in India like that too? Because the university hates us. Oh, man. Bruh. I know it's cold like that in India. I'll be real. I will be very, very, very honest with you. I didn't think it got cold like that in India outside of like mountain ranges or mountain regions. I didn't think India got cold like that. All right, so that was Yadoichi. We'll give her one more show. And then we're going to see if Kitsuke and Isaac can do it. Right now it's at 10 degrees. I'm at Fahrenheit or Celsius? Because 10 degrees for me, where I live, I can go play basketball with that. I can go outside and play basketball with that. If it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit, then yeah, you're right. Oh, you're not in the south. 10 degrees Celsius. I could play basketball 10 degrees Celsius. You're not in the south though. Okay, I get you. I get you. Okay. All right. So it's not getting too cold, but cold for you. Well, I'm from Alabama, so back in the day, 10 degrees would have been cold for me. Now that's like, what? This is balmy. We can go outside now. What do you want to do? Not for real. Anyway, but yeah, no, I feel you. It can be, but it's not infinite because it degrades his block. He won't be able to block. So then you have to like basically whittle down his armor before you can get through it. Okay. So then, but then that means that if they're doing the downloadable content for Thousand Years War and you just finished the Aizen from Hueco Mundo, doesn't that mean that you then have all those other arcs as downloadable content that you could play? Aizen, will you stop it and let Yadoichi show off a bit? There she is. Thank you. I will say this in terms of playstyle, Yadoichi is the most fun. For those who haven't heard me say that 1,000 times. It's just characters, that's it, not the arc. Oh. That's slightly disappointing. I think he said that they were getting the Thousand Years Blood War content in March. Isn't that what you said? Or maybe you meant something different. I could be off. Aizen, this whole thing, there we go. Yadoichi, this whole thing was about her. Now Kitsuke trying to be in the middle. Will y'all stop? Let this woman shine. Jeez. Let's see how on time the Swiss are. They said either, I think it said 2:15 or 2:30. Let me double check. Because I'm on the top floor. That's why they need to check it. But, all right, so what we're going to do is cancel this, and we're going to see if Aizen and Kitsuke can beat Strike. If they can do that, I already know they can beat Slash and Spirit, obviously. Aizen can solo Spirit Tower, at least at this level he's at. Let's remove you. Let's move you over. Andiamo. Alright. So I think it said either 2:15. I'm going to check this right now, and then there's going to be a ring at my door. That one. Bang, bang. Come on now. Yeah, so it's, I think it's 215? I think it's 215. Okay. All right. So sorry. I was playing with Yadoichi last night, and man, it was fun. She is so much fun. She is so much fun. It's just like her manual gameplay is so much fun. Sorry, I'm reading that silently. I just realized I was reading what you were saying, Project Akali. I was reading that silently about how he goes, about how Ichigo goes into holification mode. Yadoichi best cat in anime slash manga. I am partial to the cat lady from Escaflowne, but she is obnoxious as hell. So yeah, no. Yadoichi beats her. There's that cat from Sailor Moon, but literally does nothing. They did do a remake of Thundercats in an anime style, but I don't think that counts. Let me marinate on that. That's a good, very, very like off the wall question. Best cat in anime. Best cat in anime. Best dog in anime is Einstein from Cowboy Bebop. Um, I gotta think on that one. That okay? See that one? Okay, that's one of those questions that's gonna make me sit here and think silently for 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to marinate on that in my brain while I keep reading. But I feel like, and I do love me some Yadoichi. It's 500k to 600k per ultimate damage. Good for Yadoichi. It's actually pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. I think the problem that we're having now is that Aizen came in and started doing 2.6 million in damage, and we were just like, what? And kind of stunned by it. 500, 600k is good for where she's at. You would have Ichigo do like 1.1 million, whatever. Also, bear in mind that Yadoichi, in terms of development, is not anywhere near the level of where Aizen and Kitsuke are. If she had, I think I have her B1. If she was B2, B3, B4, with the amount of effort I put into their set stamps, I'm sure it would be higher. I'm sure it would be higher. Um, she still doesn't have her core stamp, B0. Well, then, when you pull for Stamp Corridor tomorrow, they are working. I don't even know why I'm trying. They're working this. They're absolutely working this. As a matter of fact, if I finish this tower, I think I'm going to call it a stream because I don't want to have such a long interruption for like 15 minutes while I'm dealing with these people in my balcony. True, but I'm saying like, okay, yes, yeah, okay, yeah. They do a ton of damage. But at the same time, I'm not saying she would reach up to 10 million. I'm saying because it's Bankai, because it's Social Heal, because it's Aizen, and these are the new SSRs, most of us are spending most of our time dedicating our resources to them. Like, I burned all my resources to get Aizen B4. Yadoichi ain't B4. She's not. So there's already a disadvantage there. Burn so many stamp corridors or resources just to level up Aizen and Kitsuke. Aizen and Kitsuke, honestly. Bankai and Toshihiro, they do have some core stamps and everything like that, but they were next. So Yadoichi is kind of like, what are we doing? I didn't focus on her the way I focused on the other ones. If I did, who knows? Maybe she would be able to solo this tower. I wish there was some way for me to, because she is my favorite. I wish there was some way for me to like select her as my next SSR so I could take her to B4. just so I could see what the comparison is like. Because I'm sure Aizen is going to be the better one as a limited SSR, but like how much better? That's what I'm like. I don't know. I'm sure Aizen is better. I'm sure Toshio is better. I'm sure Bankai is better because that's just how introducing new characters works, especially damage wise. But by how much? Oh, are they gonna lose this one? No, 2 minutes. Sorry, I don't know why I saw 20 seconds. I don't know why I saw 20 seconds. Yeah, I want. Or maybe the best way to do it, which I can't do, is to. Well, actually, I think you can. I just don't want to have to go through the trouble of putting it back. I think. No, because of the weapon stamp. I was thinking that. Sorry for being so like cryptic. If I could strip them of everything but their levels and check their stats, that might be it. So remove a weapon stamp, remove the set stamps and the core stamp. And then, I mean, granted, you still have to account for like the boundary ascension, but once that's there, you'd have a better idea of like what their stats are versus each other. So anyway, I'm sitting here like worried, like when are they gonna come and do this? Oh wait, no, damn. Oh, okay, I thought that was Yami for a second. I didn't do that. Oh, I did do that. I did do that because I was about to start streaming. Okay. Cool. Sorry, talking to myself about a program running in the background. Gotcha. Anyway, thank you for the follow. Thank you, appreciate it. I do stream relatively often, actually, not daily. Let's say 4 times a week, 5 times a week. And it's usually not this time, let's be real. The new class of Black Desert. Okay, well, cool. Appreciate you. Appreciate the follow. Have a good time. And then this stream is gonna, I think this stream's gonna come to an end once I'm done with this. And then tomorrow will be the release of Jin, and I have to decide when I'm gonna do that video. Because I don't know that I would stream in the morning. I think I'll only... Wow, he melted 20 bars. That was 18. Do me a favor, anybody. Go back like 10 seconds from now, 15 seconds from now. Buddy had 18 bars of health. Buddy had 18 bars of health, and it was like 40s, and I was just about to be like, oh, I might not beat this one, and then it said victory. Okay, you may not beat this. Never mind. He had 18 bars of health. That's crazy. No, I'm gonna give it a shot. I will legit give it a shot. I'm curious about it now, especially if it's similar to, and I know not the same, but similar to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I want to give it a shot. He was at 18 when that happened. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I know I wasn't crazy because I glanced up and I looked at the time and it said something like 40 seconds left or something. And I glanced up, I looked, and I was like, why does it say victory? Oh, why does it say victory? You'll get that though. You'll get that by the end of tomorrow, I believe. Aizen is a god. Okay. I can't say that too many more times. It's so repetitive. And thankfully, I'm happy I got him, but thankfully we'll have a new character coming in because it just seems ridiculous to keep saying the same things over and over again. I think it's a bug because that's not normal. Is it not? Okay, you're the one with the B6 Aizen. Run it. Put Aizen and Kitsuke in there and see if it melts HP bars. The final Tensho Ichigo. I will. I'm wondering. I want to give a timeline on this kind of stuff, but when it comes to like console RPGs and everything, I'm way more relaxed. Because I have to be. I can play this on a train. I can't play. I can't take my PlayStation 5 with me on a train. I think they do have remote play, but I think that was only Xbox. Yeah, I know your Eisen is insanely built. It's built higher than mine, so it had to have happened to you. It had to have happened to you. I will say this though. It's on stream? Thank you for letting me know that. I'm going to type that down right now. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll do that when this is finished. Thank you guys for watching, by the way. I appreciate it so much. Really, 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 really do. The thing I was about to say, though, is that Eisen, now that I have this thing with Kitsuke, out of stamina again. Saying, tale as old as time. Not really. Tale as old as this game. Now that I have that whole thing from Kitsuke doubling damage, does this mean Ashahi is? Does that mean? Just watch. Does that mean that I should change Aizen's crit damage stamp to a crit rate stamp so that he crits more and then benefits from the crit damage more from in that way? More crit shots while utilizing the crit damage benefits from Kitsuke to make him hit harder, because God knows he's not hitting hard enough now. Jeez. So 48, last time I was about to say this, 40 seconds, and then Aizen came in and everything was deleted. How much crit rate do you have on Aizen? Like 20%. It's like stupid low. It's really, 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 really low. That's why I was, not when I first started the stream, but somewhere at the beginning of the stream, I was looking at all the set stamps and like trying to decide if I want to do like crit damage here or crit rate. And then I looked at crit rate and I was like, well, the crit damage doesn't matter if he's barely doing it. So. 35 seconds with 5 health bars up. And for some reason, Kitsuke is on the field. We all know how much I hate Maui, aka Yami. You need more crit rate on the other stats. And that's the stuff, and that's the like trying to farm and find them and stuff like that. That's that thing. Which will be like the case, but I'm wondering if I should do, and to be clear, like the middle piece of his set stamps has crit damage as the basic stat at the top. And I have one that would put crit rate as a basic stat at the top. And that was my debate. Did you do it? 13 seconds, 3 bars. We may not make it. Yami may be the downfall of Aizen. Yami may be the down. 10 seconds. And how much you want to bet Kisei is going to come in, do his ultimate, and then waste this 3 seconds? 2, 1, didn't make it. Defeated. Yami's the strongest. In this game, he is the strongest. In this game, he is definitely the strongest. So, I'm not even hating on this right now. I am fine with it. I'm going to check his crit rate real quick, and then I'm going to call it a stream. Because I get the sneaking suspicion that they're about to show up soon. Character. Yeah, Aizen, his stats. Oh, wait, what? My bad. His crit rate is 56.2%. Who did I think had like the 20% crit rate? 47. Wait, what? Did I already change that stamp out? Was that what happened? I think I already changed that stamp out. And no, this is attack. Yeah, I changed it out already. I had crit rate, another crit rate, ultimate charge rate. And then I think if I look at... No, it wasn't. Okay, then I completely confused it with something else. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. My bad. All right, so thank you guys. I appreciate you. Oh my god, I just hit something in my eye. That's nice. I don't have stamina to farm the set stamps, and I get trash set stamps on my first. All these damn flat stat basic stamp. Get off me. I hate that. Drives me up a wall. I have 43% while maintaining my crit damage piece in the middle. That'll be something I need to look into. But my crit rate is in the middle. Anyway, nope, can't get distracted. I gotta go. So, in any case, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. It has been a fun time. Jen tomorrow. I mean the character, not the alcohol, or the pretty awesome rapper from the early 2000s. Thank you guys so much.